Hi guys, I am ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. This is the rise of Cornoe, and our lovely sprawling republic is doing pretty well at the moment by the looks of the finances, the happiness, the health and the population. It's looking pretty good. Now, firstly, I just want to apologize about the last episode, episode 196. It did have a bit of an issue where I was just in haste trying to get it uploaded. I ended up uploading the unedited version, which had massive sound issues, of course, and so I had to go and replace that. So apologies for any of those people who sat through the one that had poor sound quality and for the confusion that it has caused. Now, I did also see some comments around this thing saying that there is other vehicles as well that is doing this, and I can't actually see it. The only thing I can see are these icons over here, which is effectively saying they need repair. This one, on the other hand, is saying that it doesn't know where to go. And I, for the life of me, I don't understand why it's doing that. It definitely has the option. It still has fuel. I guess what I want to do is, can I just clear out? Let's do something, right? Let's say add a stop. Where can we add a stop? You can add a stop over there. Okay, so that's cleared that one out. And what we'll do is we will remove that stop. And okay, and then we will send it over there, right? Start the playing. For the life of me, I have no idea why this guy has an issue. And I'm worried. I mean, it's 10 years old. It shouldn't be a problem. It's got 28% wear and tear. Start or end building is not connected with a road. Now, it can't be that, because in reality, this other ship is still doing its thing, right? What is this guy? This guy's being sold. Okay. So how many ships on this line now? 2. So it's only this guy. Okay, well, maybe what I do is, instead of doing that, let's assign this guy to let's not do that. Let's just assign it to potentially go over here. Okay, so now it's assigned there. Now what I want to do is I want to set it to a line. The ship coal or shunt. All right, we'll do that. And we'll say go for it, right? Which I guess is what this one is doing as well. So this guy is going to make a turn and go over this way. So at least we'll supplement this, but I still have no way of understanding what is going on with this guy. So I'm going to leave it there for a little while longer to see if we can't figure it out. But in the meantime, we'll go on with some other stuff. This guy here should, in reality, now be able to go and repair it, right? I mean, they should be getting repaired straight away. Less than a year since his last repair. So there's something weird about these. But anyway, maybe, I mean, going forward, we will be able to get them repaired properly. Now, what I did in the last episode, we started work on the major new waste management facility. And what I did is I practically rebuilt it off air, just because it took a lot of effort to get it here. So I'll quickly run you through the plans. Okay. So I've got rail coming in from, I need to kind of bring it in from over here, or bring it in from over here, or from over there. The waste vehicle, the waste trains can kind of stack up over here to then go and unload the waste into, it's similar to what we've done. I just added the incinerators, and I moved it a little bit because it didn't want to fit. And then from here, what we do, we've got this massive waste storage, and then we've got the various general separation facilities over here. Now, with the various, so once we separate, we then go to incinerator, and we'll need to put the ash somewhere. What we also have is we've got these aggregate things, these aggregate conveyors, right? And that goes to 2 aggregate storages, one for construction waste and one for what was it? I can't remember. Metal waste or something like that, right? And then here we can pick up by truck to move that somewhere to be processed or something. And what I'm starting to wonder is whether we should add a way that a train can actually come and pick this up. And I think we've got room here to bring a train in and have it go back out again. So we'll have a little bit of a look at that, play around with this a little bit. We should be able to bring both of these over the top and have trains load up in this area. Now, what I've done here, as kind of part of a bit of an interchange situation, I have brought in a tunnel so that we can get from Thistlegrad Canal area over here, Lipkapol, into this area. And I've also kind of extended this one, which I think I'll leave it for now because it's far enough away from other things so that it's probably not going to cause too much of an issue to have it there. And I do think we have some... if I just grab any building, do we have power here? We don't. So to put signals in here might be a bit of a challenge in the future, but we can sort that out. So I guess the first thing I'm going to quickly do is just try and see if I can squeeze a rail aggregate loading rail station in here. So in order to do that, what I might do first is I might just get rid of this road. And I might get rid of that road, and we can bring that back, no problems, right? Once we've got the rail in. So let's just look at the rail first. So we want to aggregate loading, train aggregate loading, and we've got various options here, right? Something like this, for instance. Something like this could actually work reasonably. Oh yeah, there we go. Straight away. That could work, so we can actually bring trains in here to come and pick that up. I don't think we can take the trains anywhere, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. I should be able to click at the button. Okay, so that's one option there. And what we'll do is we'll just continue to, well, the plan would be that we do kind of something like this, really. And we'll need to do something like that on the outbound, right? Because this will be a bit of a one-way loop here. And then what we'll need to do is we'll need to do that. And this. Okay, hang on. Let's just try and get this right. If we switch off F4, maybe that will work. Can I? Okay, switch F4 back on so we can get that to work. And then we switch it off over here to potentially tie in. Yeah, there we go. And then F4 again to get that in here. And then that should be all good. Okay, so we should be able to get into all of these. And then what we'll try and do is we'll try and get back out again in a similar fashion. Please work. That does actually work. And over here, can we... maybe we can just do that, right? That's actually pretty good. Okay, so that will work. And I'm not sure we're going to get this road across, but it seems like we'll be able to get that one across. So what I'll do is I will quickly access that for construction. So at least we can bring in trains to come and pick up the waste now. So the plan is now we'll reconnect this. That should be all good. I don't think this will work in any way, shape or form, at least not in that location. So the potential other option we have is if we were to run it through here, right? Let's do that. And what we'll do is we'll bring this one back a little bit, and we'll bring that one back a little bit, and we'll just try and do a little work like that. Get it a bit straight over there, and we'll do a little work like that. And I think that will work also. So there we go. So now we've got all of that going on. We need to do signals and all these kind of things. Now, the other thing we need to do is bring in the cableway. So let's have a quick look. Now, I think the idea was for the cableway to run through here. So we do need to find ourselves a cableway station on the other side. And things are a little bit difficult here. So let's quickly start off with the cableway station. If we were to grab a cableway station, right, it's a passenger cable. Well, we want a big one, right? Do we want a big one? Or will a small one do? What is the difference? The amount of workers it can take. 250 workers? Yeah, maybe the big one is more appropriate. Can we? I don't think we can. Maybe we can flip it around. If we do this, yeah, if we do this, that should work, right? So let's do that. And I think we should be able to get our cableway system to kind of run through here, right? So let's find ourselves this option. I would love to be able to... Okay, fine. Let's do that. Oh. Okay, maybe let's try that again. It's maybe a little bit on the low side. Let's just redo that ever so quickly. We'll grab this guy again. What do we see here? Ooh. I'm thinking heavy, heavy. So why? It's just different heights, I guess, right? Light, heavy, but it's passenger. I mean, it's this thing only. Can we? Let's just check something. Yeah, this does not seem to want to work, right? Oh, this will work. The problem with this is, let's try, if we go back for the other one, right? If we go high, can't build due to infrastructure. Oh, too steep. Okay, fine. So one lower. Ah, okay, fine. Let's go back to this one, the one that's a little bit lower. Oh, yeah. Can we? We can make that work. Now the plan is, can we make this work? Infrastructure in the way here. This is a bit of a bummer. Let's try and push that back a little bit further. I guess that might be what we need to do here to make this work. Obviously, this was never planned to be able to do this, so it's gonna continue to be a slight issue. But what we can, of course, do, oh man, we can just do that. We can just do that. Don't forget about getting it square. We'll go straight over the top here, and that should work no problems, right? We'll just do that. There's going to be enough room there. And what we'll do is we'll try and do this. If we go with that one. Really? We can't get over here? Okay, well, we should be able to get... So let's go with the highest one here. Oh, yeah, that's fine. So we'll go with that. We'll start off like that. Why can't we? Yeah, we go. And yeah, we are on the highest, right? Okay, there we go. We'll head across here. Actually, we need to check to be heading in the right direction here. Okay, so let's go back and actually clear this one. I think we need to try and... I'm not sure we're going to be able to make that turn. Yeah, we'll definitely be able to start to make the turn. Right, so we'll do that. This guy's going to come over the top here. That's going to be fine. Ooh, we need to... No, that didn't quite work. I didn't pay too much attention. Let's go back, try that again. Due to infrastructure. Okay, that will... Why is this? Oh, it's already there. Fine. We'll run it straight in here. Oh, we can go straight over the top of that. Okay, and we will have to, I guess, play around with that a little bit. So we go straight over the top of those cables, and then what we'll do is we'll mess around with this road here to get it to work, right? So let me do that, right? As a starting point, we'll see if we can make this this option work. So if we can do, say, this, that is the high. Okay, can we do the higher one? Yeah, let's do that. Do something like that, right? Maybe that will actually allow the road to get underneath. It does. Okay, and we'll do that. So perfectly fine. So let's just double check that we've got all of these connected. That's all good. This one needs to be connected. It does. This one needs to be connected. It does. This one needs to be connected, and it does. Okay, beautiful. So our cableway will work to be able to allow these guys to have access. Now, that is good. That is good news. It's going straight over the top of this, so that's pretty good all around. Now, what we will do is we will quickly tie these things in so that they can be maintained. We may just do something like this on some of these. All right, and we'll keep these in place for the time being as is. Okay, fine. We'll leave it like so. Okay, there we go. And I guess that is going to be it. I think we've covered most of the things we need. We'll always find little bits and pieces that's not actually working. Now, what we will want to do also, I think, is try and get... a connection. I'm kind of wondering, do I add an extra road connection directly off of here, right? So if I do something like that, okay, and then from here I build a bridge to cross over the top of this, right? And we forget about this. Let's just do the non-snapping thing. And maybe let's do it straight from the top. I just want to see, because I think it'd be useful if we have an additional connection straight into this, right? And so what now I can do is we can either bring a little bit of height to this. Let's quickly switch on this area, and I guess we'll run it in like so. So the plan would be, can we get a reasonable height? Yeah, I guess we will. So the plan would be that we would just grab the road connection, kind of say right over here somewhere. Right, and then from there we would tie that in. So we'll do something like that, and then what I wanted to do is tie this one in there and just have a look at what that looks like. I think that's reasonable, right? That's a reasonable bridge connection over the top straight into this area, so that we at least have access to you know, directly from here. Now let's see. It's not the... Well, it's a big enough roundabout for us to try and make this work. Now back to the snapping, I guess. So if we do that, not that, this one, yeah, this is a little bit of a... Oh, but that will never work though. We need to find... Yeah, this is going to be... Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to just do that. I'm quickly going to... oops, now I didn't want to do that. Wrong button. going to go back, do that again, and I'm going to say, let's just pay for the demolition here. For the time being, that's a bit of a problem. Let's just do that quickly. Okay, we'll pause that again. We'll get rid of this. Okay, now, so the plan here is let's quickly tie in this one as tight as we can get, right? So something like that is going to be just fine, right? So that will give us access to the waste area. And then what I want to do here is I want to bring this guy a little tighter in. So let's do that, and we'll do that, right? And ooh, before we get to gun-ho here, I'll do this and I'll pay for that one only, so we can at least get this back up and running. Beautiful, and we'll get its directions back in, and we could even clear out. Oh, that doesn't actually want to clear out. Anyway, so there we go. So now we've got this connection directly across in here, and we don't have to do something of the same nature over here. This will provide reasonable access from down here into this area as well, and we'll have to just deal with that. Now, the one thing I don't have, right? If I go back to this waste management design, right, so this big thing here, how many vehicles? It's got room for unloading 3 vehicles at a time. So we can do that. Alternatively, we could look at an option. I don't think we have any more room where we can tie a vehicle drop-off truck aggregate loading truck. It is. What does aggregate mean? Aggregate is not what I'm thinking. So it will have to be one of these. So if I was just going to have a look, I mean, at this stretch, we could find something here, but I don't think that's going to be workable. Oh, what we can do, it will still be quite challenging for us to achieve it. If I just have a quick look here, where currently our unloading is happening in this area, so I guess that's okay. But if I wanted to put a small one in here, right, could we make it work? I don't think so. And on this side, we might be able to make it work. But we do have the ability to just drop it off over there. We're gonna stick with that. Okay, there we go. So there we go. That is the whole facility up and running, or not up and running. It's now going to commence construction is really what's going to happen here. So let us find a few construction offices to tie into some construction projects over here. Oh, we do need to tie this thing up. Okay, we'll do that, and and there's a little path in here as well that we want to make a start on. And to be honest, these paths, I'll pay for them because they waste a lot of effort. Oh, they're already up and running, and to be honest, I might also do that, and we can immediately then get the crews in to come and construct some of this stuff. Now, we don't need any of this stuff to be done ASAP. What I might do here is I might pay for these items. And I might also pay for that item so this guy could at least turn around. And then what we'll get is we'll get the guys to come and build here. We might at the same time get the helicopters to start work on these projects so that we can slowly start to get this thing built. But it's going to take us some time. Now, what we can also do is we can get the rail track builders to start working on that. And while we're doing that, let's just quickly see where is our rail track activity going. I don't think we've got any more rail track activity over here, but what we needed to do is do this. So I might quickly just get the track builders to go and work over there, and then at the same time we'll come back and we'll quickly try and finish a little bit of work over there on the new kind of bypass route from the Atomograd area into our newer areas here. Ultimately, I'm also thinking we need to cut across on this side. Yeah, so there needs to be another interchange somewhere over here that we can tie into that side. It's kind of the plan. Now, let's just get these things assigned a little bit. So, actually, I might, because this is going to be a bit of a pain. Okay, before we get this guy, let's just pin it. No, pin it and we'll leave it there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of a... I'm going to do something like this over here, right? Okay, so that we can actually get... And what I'll do is I'll pay for that. And then at the same time, I will go ahead and pay for this and pay for that, right? So that will immediately start getting access. Okay, so I guess the plan is it comes in over here. So let's get some stuff going on there. Okay, so something like that, and then again with the chain over here and this one on this side. And I guess the plan is I also need to if I go here, right, if I can please add... Oh, I can't add it by doing that. So what I can do is I can do something like this, right? Just want to make sure we can get the track builders in there. So what I'll do is I will quickly pay for that also, right? And then this means we can do mixed signals here, and we can get 2 track builders to come in straight away. And what I'll do is I'll get rid of the waypoints, and so now we can actually do that. So let us assign some track builders to come and work here, please. And in the reality, I guess what we need to do is put in more of this stuff so they don't necessarily upset one another too much. It will be a little bit tricky in that spot, but after that they should hopefully work well. Now what we can also do is let's quickly extend this road network a little bit. It's been built up all the way to here. Let's quickly have a look at that. Okay, so maybe, so the idea here, okay, if it stops the autosave, is to give it a bit of a turn and then do something like that. Do it from here as well. Okay, so maybe what we do is we just run it on surface level there. I will get the snapping to go on. Actually, to be honest, let us not do any of this. Let us try and get them a little bit further apart. So if we go right in the middle there, do something like this, and then we'll get this guy on this side and this guy on that side. And what we do is we clear that one out, and I guess that's the plan, right? So the plan would be that we try and tie this one in like so, and we try and tie that one in like that way. And what we can also do is do something like this, so that we just level it out a little bit more, and like that, and like that. And then this guy can go over there, and this guy can go over there. Okay, and I guess that will be fine. So we'll do that, and we'll do... No, I don't like that. I kind of like this idea a little bit more. So let's just stop the snapping. We'll get it a little bit further away, and then we'll do something like that. Right, that looks way better. We've started to move them apart. So let's get that going. And what we can also do is we can get the Lipkapol guys to start working on that also. Excellent. I think that is looking pretty good. So that'll take quite a bit of time to get our construction moving here, right? So let's speed that up a little bit. Now, let us drop this out and have a quick look. Oh, I wanted to go over here and just quickly extend some work over here so we can start working on this bridge. So I did bring these guys forward, right? So they should be able to work. And now I guess the idea is we just need to understand what is our level over here, because I think we've got a pretty unique, just kind of well, we just have the kind of the general level going over. So this is a 28, And then over here, let's go back. Where do we have it? Got 28 up here somewhere, right? Okay, so we just need to kind of slowly maneuver that out a little bit. So if we level the terrain from the center, we'll find ourselves at about 28, something like this, right? Okay, now we've got an autosave going. So the idea is we just kind of level it up here a little bit more. I don't think there's a specific need for us to be doing anything different than that, right? Oh, this guy, actually, we need to bring it a little bit closer on this side. And I guess we can just kind of run it in there, right? Instead of bringing it all the way here, we can keep it on that kind of viaduct structure a little bit more, right? So let us quickly look at this. What did we do? We had them right next to each other. So, oh, and we have it over here, right? Okay, so maybe what we'll do is if we level again, just to bring it out a tad more here, that becomes a little bit too problematic, but this was quite easy. So I guess we'll do something like that, right? So the plan would be that we just do maybe something like that. And, oh, I need to do the F4 so we can snap next to this one, F4. And now the plan would be that we would try and tie... Where is this bridge? Okay. Wow, that is a little... That's a big piece of infrastructure to get us across this side. And I guess the idea is we don't necessarily need it that high, but we do need to bring it up this high anyway. So I guess that makes a lot of sense for us to just keep it there. So let us start the planned construction on that. And what we can do, we can probably trim this back a little bit, and then because this is going to be a bit awkward down there. So what I might do is let's trim back to about there, and then we'll try and tie it in like this, really. Okay, yeah, I think that should be pretty good. So we'll do that, and we'll do that, and we'll get that moving. And now that means we can start the construction on this whole thing here. And obviously this curvy bit here is fine. We just need it to go straight across here so we can keep it all connected. Okay, so now we can get the lesser teams to come and start construction here. And we can even get the lesser helicopters to start construction on that and on that. And yeah, I guess we can somehow start construction coming from this side. We can clearly do all of this and all of that and all of, well, we can do all of that. Okay, so that's all of that. What I will want to do is just try and limit these numbers in here. So if we can clear that out, if we can clear this out, that is okay. I might pay for the roundabout itself just because of its tiny little pieces we've got. And I'll even do that so that we've just got, try and get just the one big piece all the way there. Yeah, that'd be good. Okay, so we'll do that. And what I'll do at the same time is I will just pay for this, for this, for this, for this, for that, and for that, so that at least we can immediately start offering some construction vehicles access to straight over here. Okay, beautiful. So let's do that. So there is now additional construction activities that can happen, and we can also extend the rail in due course. But yeah, there's quite a bit going on now. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Money-wise, I think, let's have a quick look. It must be a big import of electronics. It's over here. Import resources from the Soviet bloc. Chemicals. A big chemical import has happened. And that's honestly not something I want to be doing a lot of. Let's quickly have a look. And we just didn't send out a boat now. Let's just go over here. We should at least have some trains we can sell, maybe. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can. I guess I'm going to quickly try and sell these trains from over here. I'm going to grab this guy and I'm going to make a start just to get us back up on the numbers there. But we should be in a much better position now with these items, right? Cool. Yeah, this guy's slowly unloading. I mean, we're not running into any problems with coal, right? But we are running pretty short on some of this stuff, right? Yeah, we're very quickly trying to get iron to come in, but yeah, well, I guess we are doing it. It's just, it's probably just not getting here quickly enough. We may need more trains on this. But yeah, anyway, we are doing what we can to try and keep this thing afloat. But yeah, we need to be running more trains to be able to keep the whole steel production going. Okay, so that's looking pretty good then. Wow, we really need to sell those trains. Yeah, see, they keep coming in. So I guess we've got a number of trains doing their thing there, right? Okay, so what's going on over here? It's been a while since we had a look. We have plastics doing its thing. Okay, let's just have a quick look. What's going on over here? This guy is loading up, right? So, okay, that's okay. We shouldn't be... Okay, so it's loading up basically... Okay, well, it can go. It can keep going. I'm still a little worried we're not getting quite enough enough workers out this way. We need more workers to come over this way. So let's see what we've got going on over here. We've got workers available. We've got these two built. Some people saying they can't get some stuff, but mostly okay. We've got two more over here. Let's just see if we have a look. Can't actually see where they can get to. I'm guessing if I add one more here. Right, so if I do that and I have a look now, train is waiting too long. I need to have a look at that before we run into problems. What is... Oh my god, why would you do this? Okay, well, let's just go back to there. Turn around. Once you do that, this guy should be able to get in. And that should move, right? Okay, and what I need to just double check here ever so quickly is I think our signals here... Ah, this is the problem. This needs to be a chain or alternatively, and that needs to be a chain. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, fine. I guess this has waited so long we have no workers left. And the next one at least has some workers. So I'll just send you straight back there so you can keep going. I think they should be able to get there. No, cannot. And that's a little crazy. Okay, fine. It's just gonna have to, that was a silly thing for me to do. Anyway, back to what we were doing. All the way over here. Let's just have a look to see whether this guy can get to the train station, and they can. So what we'll do is we will build that one, and so the Lipkapol guys can start construction on that object over there. Add some more people to the mix, and I might be able to squeeze a few more of them in over here. That was obviously the plan all along. That should be okay. That should be okay, and that should be okay. But a little off center. Can I demolish this one and just redo it a little bit more central in between? Yeah, so something like that I think is going to be about right. Yeah, that's looking okay. And so the idea being, what we'll do is we'll run another little path up all the way to here. Are we crossing over there? I don't think so. I think we are... Are we trying to run? I don't think we can do that. So I guess the plan here is to do this and tie in over there, right? And what we'll do is we'll tie in like so. And that should... And we'll do it over here as well. Okay, and let's just... I'll pay for those items. This one is interesting. I didn't want to pay. But anyway, that's okay. Money-wise, we're okay. I need to get that other train back onto things. So we'll get these all kind of mainly tied in like so. We'll pay for those 3 little slithers. And I guess then the Lipkopol guys can come and construct these as well. That's going to give us another 1,000 people that can get in over here. We just need to bear in mind that we have, make sure we have enough of everything. Let's quickly find that other train before it just keeps running and running and running. But it seems like it would have sold off some stuff. Here it is. Yeah, that's the one. And we can just send it back into here. Okay, fine. Okay, I think, guys, we're making a start on this. We don't really have the money to be fast-tracking it at all. So we'll do what we can to get this all moving. Wow, look at all of the action here. What are they doing? Okay, and one thing before I finish this episode, I just want to check how we're doing over here. That's okay. This is okay. This is okay. I think we're fine. We're still fine for the time being. For some reason, you still can't export the mixed waste, right? I don't quite get why this is a big deal, right? It's here. You should be able to get your mixed waste to go in there, right? For some reason, it is working, but not working. What is this guy? Is this guy going to go and... Oh, it's just dropping off some stuff here. I think these are holding... Where is this guy going? Oh, it's construction activities. Okay, fine. I guess we need more technical services, right? Oh, we've got this guy. Okay, fine. Let's do this. Let's quickly say... Mixed waste, actually, let's close this out, right? Go back. Now, let's grab this guy and say, you can dump your mixed waste and your hazardous waste over there, and you can dump your bio waste over there, and wouldn't mind giving you a little bit of extra room there. And then let's see, do we have anything we can assign there straight away? Yes, we do. So give me 1, 2, 3 of them. And I'll spend a little bit of cash to put a snowplow in here as well. Let's just buy ourselves a snowplow, but I don't think I have any available. So at least we... No, that's not what we're after. We're after... And that's not what we're after either. We're after a snowplow. And we want this guy. Beautiful. So now we've got a snowplow for this, to help out with the snow in this area a little bit. And then we've got the three vehicles, and then hopefully it'll pick up over here and move it out. I still don't quite get how this is an issue. What we can try, I'm just wondering, can we... Oh, there's no... I can't do it. Okay, fine. Yeah, so no idea how we're gonna keep that moving. Anyway, so the construction of new buildings is coming along over here. And that's basically, and our new massive waste facilities construction is starting, and we are working a little bit more on some road connections from that side to this side. And we're trying to keep our money up, which is a little bit of a challenge at the moment. We need to sell more stuff to be able to really do that. We are struggling, I must say. It's not as smooth sailing as I would have liked. What is this guy doing? And that guy? And this guy? So we've got 3 on them? So what is this guy? Yeah, this guy, I don't know. Can I just sell it? Can I? Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, there we go. Can we just go there, please? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. If I wanted to sell the vehicle, it is pretty costly, and it's getting more costly. So we'll have to see. For the time being, it's not really bothering me too much over there. Okay, guys, what we'll do is we'll end this episode. In the next one, we will continue this construction, continue the expansion here, try and optimize this a little bit more so that we don't buy so much chemicals and electronics. Really, I need to start sorting that out. Over here, electronics and these kind of things are starting to take shape. And over here, it moves as quickly as it gets here. So I don't know how much more do we do. Let's have a quick look in terms of our production. This year. Let's go with this year. Not consumption, production overall. Electronics is pretty good. Right? It's our highest value for this year, and we're up at about 40 to 48 per month, right? Yeah. 40 to 48 per month is kind of where we're actually, we are seeing drop-offs every now and again. And if I look at, let's look at last month quickly. These are weeks now, right? So 10, 10, 10, 10, right? So that should be reasonable. Yeah, so we are, I mean, it is working, right? We are bringing that up. And if we do this, if we go then previous years, basically. So if I did maybe something like, let's just get it to keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, actually, that's only a month. If we go back a year, please. So if we did this, right, then we can see it was pretty low on the month numbers here, right? Tens. And then we started producing more, goes up to about 40, and it dropped off a little bit. So we need to keep a close eye on that because there's still some optimizations that we need to do here. Let's have a quick look at the same thing for chemicals before we move on or end the episode. Let's quickly have a look at the overall production for chemicals. Can we go this year, please? 200, 200. So around about 200 is what we've done. And we've done a few over 250. So if we then say, let's do this and we move. And actually we want to do that, right? So what am I looking at? No, that's too much. Fine, forget about this. So July to August, right? So here we go. So yeah, clearly 100, 100, 80, 80, 80, 80. And then if we move that up by a year, and we move this one up by a year, then we're starting to see over the 200 numbers, right? So, yeah, so we definitely did. If we go, if we just move a few. So why is that now? There we go. So here it's at 100, right? And if we then add a month, there we go. So in August, we started to produce significantly more. So chemicals is also on the rise, but we do need to keep a bit of an eye out to make sure that that is a reasonable number. And the values are quite excessive. Anyway, and we're also producing quite a bit of the electronic components, I think. Not quite as many though, but still good, better than the electronics themselves. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, as always, please hit that like button. If you have run into this ship problem that we have over here with this guy just not being able to find its way at all, did it run aground? I'm not sure. If I have a look at the levels, it really doesn't look like it should be having an issue, so I really don't know. If you've run into that problem before and you've managed to clear it out, do tell me how to do it. And yes, I will see you in the next episode. Thank you. Bye-bye.